Hello, David here at merchantaccounts.ca. Today I'm going to talk about voids and why they're better than refunds, or actually way better than refunds. Stay tuned, we'll dig in 1 second. So a void and a refund are very different. In both cases, the cardholder gets their money back, but technically behind the scenes, it's totally different. So a refund, well, you know what a refund is. I buy a pair of jeans, I take them home, I tried them on the next day, they didn't fit the way that I thought or whatever it was. Knowing me, I probably didn't try them on at all. Sometimes I just, this is my size, I'm sure it'll fit, and it doesn't. So I return it a week later. That's a refund. The merchant is just pushing the money back onto my credit card. A void is different. A void is where you cancel the transaction from ever happening in the first place. So a void can only happen before the batch closes. In technical terms, the batch is when you're like done processing for the day. It's like a thing when you get a credit card approval, they're kind of sitting with your payment processor. Your payment processor needs to ask Visa to actually send the money. So that's when they send the batch of transactions to Visa, and Visa sends it off to the card issuers, the MasterCard, and then the money rolls all in. So closing the batch happens daily. It might even happen multiple times a day, but I'm not going to get into that. The point is, it's time sensitive. If you process a transaction, but you've not closed your batch, you can void it. A void is like it never happened in the first place. Visa never gets asked to settle the money. And so a void has a whole bunch of benefits. Well, not a whole bunch, but a few really good ones. First of all, there's no fees. There is no discount rate fees. There can never be discount rate fees. Discount rate, the percentage-based fee you pay as a merchant, that gets incurred when money moves. If money doesn't move, there's no fee. Second, you cannot get a chargeback. Did you know that if you refund a transaction, you can still get a chargeback? Now, you're not supposed to. It's actually a mistake by the card issuer when that happens. But unfortunately, sometimes it does happen. So if you void a transaction rather than refunding it, the card issuer can't see the transaction, which means as a merchant, you cannot get a chargeback. Voids are actually good to use in an anti-fraud situation where you got an inquiry. Let's say that you're a merchant and you see a transaction come in and you look at it, you're like, this doesn't look right at all. This looks like fraud and I don't want to take this order. You void it, not just to save the fees, because if the batch closes and then you later refund it, at least in theory, the transaction will still, albeit temporarily, show up on the cardholder statement, and they might issue a chargeback for it. So it's just better. So that's the difference between a void and a refund. Voids are better generally, but they have a big problem. Once your batch closes, you can't void anymore. You must refund. And hey, refunds are still good. You're still not supposed to get chargebacks for a refunded transaction. So if you ever have a dispute or a concern, just get the money back to the cardholder. Void it. If you can't void it, refund it. I hope this answers why a void is better than a refund and what a void is. If you have any more questions, reach out to us at merchantaccounts.ca. Thanks for watching and have a good day there. Bye now.